Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Today, I wanted to just talk about something that's been a little bit prevalent over the past day or so, which is my interview with Hansjörg Wyss, the owner or the part owner of Chelsea. He's part of Bowley's side of the consortium. It's got nothing to do with Clear Lake. You've got Clear Lake side, which is Feliciano and Egg Barley. And then you've got Bowley's side, which is Todd Bowley, Mark Walter, Wyss, and Jonathan Goldstein as well. So, yeah, I've seen him a couple of times walking after the games, usually when I'm in the middle of doing an interview anyway. And yeah, just had the chance to bump into him, to be fair, and ask him a couple of questions. And the reason I'm doing this video is because, I mean, generally speaking, I think that it's been a pretty positive reaction to the questions that I asked and just the way I approached this in the first place. But there are a number of people as well who aren't happy with the way that I've approached it. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. But yeah, I just thought it'd be worth talking about it as well to address it and just go through my thought process as well. So let's watch this part together and then we can react to it as well. Here we go.
Just haven't been that over the past couple of years. So the fact that we're getting closer and closer, Newcastle dropped points. Forest, I'm sure they dropped points the other week as well. Oh, it's cold. Listen, it's cold, people, but I'm Hansjörg Wyss, how are you doing? Are you okay? Can I ask what you thought about the game today? What did you think about the game today?
It was a fast, well-played game by both teams. Faster than normal.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, like, what am I supposed? Like, again, this is more to people that don't really understand my line of questioning. What am I supposed to say to him? The people want me to basically walk up to the guy and start shouting at him straight away. Do you honestly think that he's going to come in and speak to me if I speak to him that way? Anyway, let's continue. So I asked Hansjörg Wyss about the game.
Teams were in great shape, both of them.
What do you think stands out about Chelsea at the moment? What do you think we are good at?
I think we're now playing as a team, not as 11 individuals. And I think the coach really has brought a great spirit into the group. I just spent time with them in the locker room. Yeah. And they all were talking to each other. They all were congratulating each other. And the coach gave a great motivational speech.
And just one more question for you, Hansjörg. What's your thoughts on Chelsea going into next season? There's a lot riding on Champions League football and also the stadium as well. I mean, me personally, I think Earls Court is a good option. I don't know what your thoughts is on it, but a lot of fans want to stay at Stamford Bridge as well.
Earls Court will be the best option we can even think of. If it's going to happen, I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot of obstacles. Right now, we don't have one person who drives that project. That's what we need. You know what I mean? The meetings, the directors' meetings, and so on.
Of course.
Not that we have one project where I said I'm going to make it happen. It's not going to happen.
I'm with you. Thanks for your time, Hansjörg. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you, buddy. Oh, there you go. I'll tell you what.
So yeah, that was what happened when I met Wyss. He was very cordially, very polite, and he gave us his time, which he didn't have to do, but he chose to do it. Unlike what we saw from Begdad Barley, who ignored us, walked away. We've seen him do that countless times. So I didn't expect to get a word out of this, to be fair, but he did come over and fair play to the man. And I thought that we generally got some value from those questions. I would have asked more, but look, he had a whole entourage with him and people wanted him to go. I could see that he was looking around as well. I don't want to take the piss. So I got 3 questions out of him and I got 3 answers. And I think that he answered them quite well in the sense that he didn't just give me one word. He actually explained what he was thinking. He said that he thinks Maresca's doing a fantastic job. He thinks the team have a spirit that the manager is creating. You know, he thinks that we're not a team of individuals. What else? He also spoke about the stadium as well. So I was thinking, what can I ask this guy? You've got to remember, guys, I'm not prepared for that. I thought I was just doing my own fan cam, then I was going to wrap it up. So I'm thinking off the cuff here. And that was just what came to my mind. Yes, there are absolutely questions that I could have asked. And I accept the fact that, yes, I could have asked a number of different things. I see one of the comments under that video, a guy called Jamie, you know, he come in and he said, what did he say? He said, Alex, I respect your opinion, and I think you're doing a good job with Chelsea Fan TV, but you have bottled the 2 opportunities you had to interview the owners. Seems like you got nervous, which is okay, but you must be more prepared. Ask about the signings and players' experience. Ask about the wage cap exemptions. Ask about front of shirt sponsorship. Ask about Maresca not meeting Champions League classification. The perception of farming for profit project, etc. The stadium question is not the first in the priority list. So when we talk about priorities, I think, to be quite frank, I think that is a priority for a large amount of fans, myself included as a match-going fan. And I think it's a priority as well for fans that live abroad, because if you do want to come to London and watch a game, it's very difficult to get tickets at Chelsea because we actually don't have that many seats. We've got 20,000 less than Arsenal and Tottenham. So I think the stadium is a very valid point to raise. But again, when we talk about other things, there's no doubt that it would be good to understand what the ownership's thought process is when it comes to a lot of other things in terms of the signings, etc. So I accept that. I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, I won't ask those questions, or I think that they're bad questions. I think they're good questions. What I don't accept is fans that think I'm going to go up to Hansjörg Wyss, who's come up to me in a polite and cordial manner, all right, and basically tell the guy to fuck off on camera for views. That's what you're asking me to do. Because let's not twist this any way. If I told him to go, you know, do one, I mean, that would go everywhere, all right, and we get a lot of traction from it. But that's not what I do. I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to. I want to get some genuine value out of this stuff, and you know, everybody else. A lot of people want to talk about what they would do. Oh, if I was there, I would have said this. I would have done that. You're not there. A lot of you are never there. And these aren't just fans from abroad. These are fans that live in England that could go to games, trying to criticize me because I didn't ask a certain question, or apparently I was scared of the owner. I wasn't nervous at all. Just to be clear, I was a little bit starstruck, but I wasn't nervous. I thought the guy was pretty easy to talk to, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, I mean, when we look at this and that interview, listen, I accept again that I could have asked different questions, and if I have the chance to speak to him again, I'll obviously be able to do that. But it's just one of those situations where it comes and goes very quickly. Would I have asked another one if I could have? Yes, I probably would have. But at the same time, I don't want to take the piss. You know, the guy's given me his time, and that is better than we could have ever asked from Egg Barley. I mean, we've spoken to Bowley once or twice on the channel, and the more we've seen him, the less he wants to interact with us. Even when I've asked him what he thought about the game last season, I remember saying to him, "What did you think of the game?" And he said, "No comment." I was like, "What?" So, you know, that's my side. I mean, let's just look at the Egg Barley situation as well, and just see the comparison of the different types of reactions we've had.
He's not going to speak.
Where's he gone?
He's not going to speak.
Big Dodd, what's going on? Come on,
Are you
man.
going to come and speak to us? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Of course he's not.
Of
course he's not.
No, he just wants to walk away. He just wants to walk away. This is the standards that we have.
So that was a very different interaction. As you can see, I had one guy who stopped, happy to speak to me, shook my hand after, very cordial, very respectful, and another guy who just ignored us. Now, obviously we lost against Warsaw. The atmosphere wasn't great, and we beat Liverpool. Those are two factors that I'm sure had something to do with both of those scenarios. But listen, I don't know what people want in terms of questions. I mean, you let me know in the chat if you think there are specific questions that you think I should ask. I will try and address them. And I accept that I could have asked different questions with Hansjörg Wyss, although the stadium one was certainly a good one. But what I don't accept is people telling me how I need to approach someone when I've met him myself. You are not putting yourself in a position to even see these people. And I'm talking about content creators as well who are calling me out on this issue. I don't get it. People that are not going to games, criticizing me, standing out in the cold 2 hours after the game's finished, speaking about it, saying, oh, I would do this, I would do that. You don't even get tickets. They're accessible to you, but you don't even go to the games. And I do think a lot of it is just talk. I think a lot of it is talk. Everybody says they would do something, but then when they have the chance to do it, they don't do it. And I think that there's a lot of that going on at the moment. So I am sure this is probably not the last time that I will see one of the owners walking down. I mean, that's where they generally walk. Otherwise, it's by the Butcher's Hook, which is another pub. We obviously record outside Connaught. But I just want to say that irrespective of how I feel about the ownership, the fact that one of them was willing to come and have a conversation, even if it was only for a minute or two, and give a genuine, honest assessment, or what sounded like an honest assessment of some of the situations going on around the club. And yeah, I think if I would have shouted at the guy, we would have never got that. So that's my opinion on it. Some people agree, some people disagree. It is what it is. But I thought it'd be good to come out and speak about it anyway and just give you my thoughts. Let me know what you think, if you agree with the way that I handled the situation. If you disagree, let me know as well. Like, I'm happy to take it on the chin, but I don't buy this notion that I need to shout and swear at an 89-year-old man. I just don't see that, especially when he's come up to me in a polite manner. That's just not the way I work. So listen, big up to everyone. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch up very